Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. And I'm going to use this video under the Fair Use Act and for the purpose of criticism, comment, and news reporting as well, teaching and research, okay? And I'll keep it up here in the top corner to remind those. So, for all those who have been following this whole 50 Cent son Marquise and myself conversation, he said a lot of things that I didn't agree with, like $6,700 a month is enough money for, like he's saying there's not enough money for a person growing up in New York State, New York City. There was a lot of other things that he said, but I'm not going to nitpick through all of them. But on Friday or Saturday, his mother, Shaniqua Tompkins, she did an interview. She did an interview with Shawty, What My Name Is, and Shaniqua, who are both co-hosts on Young Jock's radio show on what is it? 97 something. I can't think, but they co-host with Young Jock on the show here in Atlanta. So she did an interview with them. This interview, you know what? Let me put it on the screen. Okay. Now, let's see. Let me do this. Okay, remember I'm using this under fair use. Shout out to Shawty, What My Name Is. That's the man that you are seeing right there that did this interview with let me put his name on the screen. He got too long of a name. Got named Shorty. What my name is. All right. So now Shawty and Shaniqua, you can't see Shaniqua. You can't see her. Shyneka. Can't see her on the screen, but she's sitting there too, and she's on her sisterhood, on her sisterhood ish, Miss Shyneka. But I ain't mad at her because that's probably her girlfriend, and she probably did the interview because of her. So if you don't know who Miss Shyneka is, she the homie. I'll give you a. That's what she looked like. Oh, hold on. That's Miss Shyneka. All right. For those who don't know. All right. You probably seen her on my joint before when I did the KOD joint. She was hosting that. All right. So she's the co-host with Shorty. You'll hear her voice at times, but you're not gonna see her. So plenty of y'all saw the interview, or the conversation, however you want to call it. And so you'll remember some of the things that was said from Marquise. So now when you listen to Shaniqua, who just did this interview just days ago, after, going on Instagram and dragging me and 50 and Yale, she did this interview. And pay attention.
And how did that work out? Left, which was in my agreement. I wasn't even supposed to move out of the state without notifying. I left and moved to Atlanta and was there for over a year, and he didn't know because he didn't keep up with his visitation rights.
Wait, hold on. Let me see. I don't think that's the first one.
So he did. So when he came to Atlanta, he did reach out to you to get and see Mark.
No, that's not it.
Okay. And he did not. He did it the first couple times while we in court. This is a PR stunt.
Okay, that was the first one.
Over a year, he didn't. I didn't. And how did that work out? Left, which was in my agreement. I wasn't even supposed to move out of the state without notifying. I left and moved to Atlanta and was there for over a year, and he didn't know because he didn't keep up.
Oh. Let me bring that back so y'all can hear it clear one more time. Because remember, Marquise was beef. His beef with me was, or not his beef, but his statement to me was, how could he survive off of 6,700 in New York City? And I'm telling him that he can survive off of 6,700 in New York City. But if you just heard what his mother said, she said 1 year later, she violated the court order by leaving the state. She took him and left and moved to Atlanta. So $6,700 in Atlanta in about 2009, 2010. Even now in Atlanta with 6,700, if you got a crib for 3,000, That shit is a goddamn, if you renting it, that shit is a mini mansion. You're getting a 2-bedroom for goddamn a nice one for 2 G's. It's just them two. I'ma throw in an extra G. 3 G's. Get something extra nice. You know what? Take 4 G's and get something super extra nice. You still got $3,700 for groceries, utilities, shop, whatever else you want to F off with. But in 08, 09 in Atlanta, a 1-bedroom was like $500. Then she takes him out of town. Same thing happened to me. You want to divide the father from the kid? Just move out the state. Make it hard for him to go and visit. This now, if you're paying attention, she moves out of the state and she says he didn't keep up with the order, which means he didn't probably visit him on his weekend that he was supposed to visit him, according to her. But he could have had a show that weekend. We don't know. But that still don't give you the right to move out of the state without the court's permission. That's one. Y'all both live in the same state. It's convenient for him to have a relationship. Now, I got to, not only did I move to Connecticut, but now I got to travel to Atlanta and see my son. Same thing I went through. I got to travel to different states to see. But the kids they don't realize this shit. The kids don't know that the moms is moving out of state to create a wedge or divide between us, to make it harder for us to have a relationship. The kids don't know that shit. They fucking babies. They kids. They don't know they being used as a pawn. Y'all can't hear me? Y'all can't hear me? I'm seeing a lot of people saying they can't hear. What you can't hear? Oh, okay. Were y'all able to hear the video? We hear you, not the video. But y'all didn't hear the footage. Oh, the video y'all didn't hear. Okay, hold on. Let me play it again. All right, I'm gonna play it again. I got you.
Yeah, he called. He didn't have my number. I wouldn't allow. He wanted. So he did. So when he came to Atlanta, he did reach out to you to get. So he did. So when he came to Atlanta, he did reach out to you. When he came to Atlanta, he did reach out to you to get and see Marquise.
Y'all can hear that, right? Y'all can hear the video now?
It work out. I left, which was in my agreement. I wasn't even supposed to move out of the state without notifying. I left and moved to Atlanta and was there for over a year, and he didn't know because he didn't keep up with his visitation right.
She left the state with his kid and is smirking that he didn't even know for a whole year because he wasn't keeping up with his visitation. Are y'all going to believe that after they went to court for a whole year, he didn't try to see his son? Y'all believe after he went to court and they granted him visitation that he didn't try to see his son at all for a whole year, and all of a sudden she's in Atlanta.
No, so you left. Hold on. So after the judge put this order, I left and moved to Atlanta and was. I left, which was in my agreement. I wasn't even supposed to move out of the state without notifying. I left and moved to Atlanta and was there for over a year, and he didn't know because he didn't keep up with his visitation right. No, so you left. Hold on. So after, and how did that work out? I left, which was in my agreement. I wasn't even supposed to move out of the state without notifying.
Do y'all hear that? In my agreement, I wasn't even supposed to leave the state unless I notified him. Dude.
And how did that work out?
I left, which was in my agreement. I wasn't even supposed to move out of the state without notifying. I left and moved to Atlanta and was there for over a year, and he didn't know because he didn't keep up with his visitation right.
No. So you left. Hold on. So
right.
so after the judge put this order in place, you left against the order and moved to Atlanta with the child. That's what you're saying.
Well, she's actually saying that he wasn't doing
No,
as
no,
the
no.
order
We talking
stated.
about we talking about law now. We in the court.
Hold on, let her answer.
Go ahead, ma'am. I'm sorry.
He wasn't keeping up with the. I couldn't have left. He wasn't keeping up with his visitation. He didn't see my kids for over a year.
It don't matter if he didn't take his visit days. That's not violating the goddamn order. It just says, yo, you get to see him every other weekend, every other week, this, that, and the other. If you don't go and see him on the weekend, that's not violating the order. You're not getting in trouble for that. Now, if it was child support and they say, yo, you got to pay, that's mandatory. Him being a big superstar like that and traveling and doing all the shows, he's not going to, be able to do all the visitation, especially back then, that he's going to get all these weekends and all. Come on, knock it off. Knock it off. She's finding an excuse to say why she left the state. Oh, so his father wasn't visiting him, so I moved to Atlanta.
For a year, he didn't. I didn't restrict him.
So he never called. He never called and tried to see him. He never called and tried to see him. He done went to court. He took himself to court.
Yeah. You cannot answer,
okay, go now.
Ask a
She
question
said
and not
you
let her
don't
answer.
understand. Go ahead.
He did not call or see his child in over a year.
And the last time that you talked to him before he went, after he done went to court, right, and fought for visitation and fought for child support.
He didn't fight for visitation. That was just the next order.
Okay, it was part of the legitimation or whatever. Okay, so check this. Okay, so then when y'all left court, he didn't call you or nothing. He just made the payment.
He was upset because after the fire, my fire was deemed suspicious. It was deemed arson.
Right.
So I know where it came from.
You see how the story switched? You see how the story switched? It went to the fire. We talking about, did he contact you to try to see his son? That was the question. Did he try to call you to contact and see his son? And Miss Shaniqua over there with the woman empowerment, she just keep jumping in there.
And the last time that you talked to him before he went, after he done went to court, right, and fought for visitation and fought for child support.
He didn't fight for visitation. That was just the next order.
Okay, it was part of the legitimation or whatever. Okay, so check this. Okay, so then when y'all left court, he didn't call you or nothing. He just made the payment.
He was upset because after the fire, my fire was deemed suspicious. It was deemed arson.
So he didn't try to get in contact with her after the court case because there was a fire and she suspected, we all know she accused him of the fire. She's trying to say he set the fire and to his own damn house that he owned. She didn't own the house. He owned the house. And she was living there with some nigga. She had her boyfriend there, right? What man is going to set a house on fire with his son in it? Especially back then. He ain't got no beef with his son in it. Why would, I don't give a fuck how much beef he had with his son. What man is setting a house on fire with his child in it? She's putting the blame on 50, but the streets know the whole other story. And if you're a street person, you know the street shit. You know what I'm saying? The street stories, allegedly. Remember a kid, something happened to a kid? You ever heard of eye for an eye? Allegedly. Nigga, 50 did not fucking burn that house down. And that's the shit that she got in son head that making him feel like, damn, my dad's a fucked up nigga. Yo, you heard what he said. Yo, I had Joe choke. I jumped out of burning house. She did an interview claiming that 50 burnt the house down, allegedly. This is her words. You go look at the interview. You can pull it up. She's saying that he did it because he wanted out the house, this, that, and other. If y'all remember all the drama that he was going through at that time, just that's all I'm gonna say. I ain't saying no goddamn more. And it ain't that deep to me to be trying to explain some shit to somebody that is already gonna believe what they want to believe.
He just made the payment.
He was upset because after the fire, my fire was deemed suspicious. It was deemed arson.
Right.
So I know where it came from. So we had gotten to a fight prior that week. So I had.
Look at Shorty face. Shorty like, gotcha. Yeah, y'all had a fight. Like he look at his face. Like, yo, look at Shorty face is hilarious, yo. Cause he his face like, yeah, got you.
After the fire, my fire was deemed suspicious. It was deemed arson.
Right.
So I know where it came from. So we had gotten to a fight prior that week. So I had with the domestic dispute that's always been. So I had to order a protection on him. So we could.
Now listen, y'all. Now she just said she had to order protection against 50. How do I go pick up my daughter, my son, when you have an order of protection against me? If you have an order of protection against me, we have no relationship. I'm not coming to pick my kid up from you.
Right. So I know where it came from. So we had gotten to a fight prior that week. So I had with the domestic dispute that's always been. So I had to order a protection on him. So we couldn't. I didn't feel safe.
We
had to meet. We had point people, and we had to meet at the precinct for us to exchange marquees.
Y'all hear that? They had to meet at the precinct because she had to order protection for him to get Marquise. Now, if I got some type of visitation and every other week or every other holiday or whatever it is, I gotta go pick up my son from the fucking precinct with a point person. So how does that work when you get up and leave out of town where New York State law jurisdiction don't have jurisdiction in Atlanta, Georgia? How does that work? Donna, what up?
He did not. He did it the first couple times while we in court. There was a PR stunt, and then after that,
She said 50 did a couple of visitations at first, but it was a PR stunt. So now me wanting to see my son is a PR stunt. Or I just want to look good. I want to, let me hold the baby for a minute so I can take some pictures. And like, I don't care about this baby. Like, I'm not taking care of this baby. So I go visit my baby, or I go to get my baby, and it's a PR stunt. Yo. Yo. Now, just because I'm so-called famous, if I want to see my son or get my son, it's a PR stunt. Like I'm using this nigga and putting flies around him and using them to get donations for like a little kid in Africa or something. Yo. This nigga, he pulled. So every time 50 put his son in a music video or anything, that shit was a PR stunt. She said he got his son. It was a he got his son. It was a PR stunt. Come on, boo. You gotta stop. You gotta stop. She's salty. He got his son. 50. 50 had took him to Africa. She said he used his son. It was just a PR stunt.
Okay.
and he did not. He did it the first couple times while we in court. There was a PR stunt, and then after that, no calls, no contact. He didn't keep up with his.
And so you never.
Hey, yo, now check it. She said after that, it was no calls and no contact, right? Then she go on to say, oh, that nigga ain't have my number. He couldn't call me. First of all, he got to order protection, so there's no calls, no contact. He can't call you. You got to order protection. She gonna say, oh, he had Marquis' phone number. So I'm calling my kid that's 12 years old, 11 years old. to try to set up a way to see him. How does that work when his mother has an order of protection against me? So I'll call him and say, son, I want to see you. Tell your mother.
No call, no contact. He didn't keep up with his.
And so you never took the child away from him. You never even though y'all got in a fight.
By
So,
law, I couldn't. If he wanted to drag me back into court for that, he would have. We don't talk about the average person who doesn't have the money.
Yeah, when you I mean, it's a fire. You said it was a fight right after the fight. Y'all got in a fight.
Before the fight.
There was a fight. There was a fight, and then there was a fight, and then y'all went to court. And you sued him for $50 million. When was this?
When I sued, okay, we jumped from.
Shawty, what my name is? That nigga, he jumped straight. Oh, you sued him for $50 million. And why did you sue him for $50 million? She sued 50 for $50 million, yo. Oh my God. He logged on to the Joke No Joke Child Support 101 Masterclass. Entertaining content. Thank you. Thanks for the donation. I appreciate it. Regulated fright lies. Hey, yo. Jill. She sued 50 for $50 million. Hold on. I got to pull that shit up. Wait. Shaniqua Tompkins sues 50 Cent. 50 million. 50 million? Damn, where the fuck she get that number? Oh, it is right, y'all. Hold on. Let's see her claims first. Wait, hold on. Should I go? Yeah, we could come back to the video. No, let me finish the video. Let me finish this one at least. There's one more.
In court, this is a PR stunt. And then after that, he no call, no contact. He didn't keep up with his.
And so you never took the child away from him. You never even though y'all got in a fight.
By law, I couldn't. If he wanted to drag me.
By law, like she did take the child away from if she moved out of state. You moved out of state without a court order, that's taking the child away from him. You making it inconvenient. I don't care how much money he got. He's from New York, you from New York. Or if he's in Connecticut, which is 2 hours away, now he got to go get on a flight that's 2-3 hours away. You know what you're saying is wrong. You did wrong. Talking about, oh, if he wanted to, he could have took you to court. We are street niggas. We don't like to go to court. We don't like to go to court. This is why we get mad at y'all when y'all take us to court. We don't like to be in nobody's courtroom as street niggas. If you've been in the street and you've been to jail and for doing wrong and you've been harassed by the police growing up, getting arrested for disorderly conduct and bullshit, loitering and bullshit, and got to keep seeing the judge all through your goddamn life, it hurts when your goddamn baby mother, the person that you was in love with, you don't think that is going to end, but it ends. You don't think that she's ever going to put you in front of the judge. And when y'all do, that's where our relationships go bad. Because most of y'all don't do it because of the dollar amount. A lot of y'all do it out of spite. This girl was getting Before they got the court order, 50 was giving her $25,000 a month. She got greedy, allegedly, and wanted more and took him to court. And then he said, you want more? I'm giving you 25. You know what? Come on, let's go to court. I'll take myself to court. Let's see what the judge give you. The 25 grand went to 6,700. Without a court order, 50 was giving her $25,000 a month just on some real gentleman, responsible father. You roll with me when I was in a big star. You was there from when I was struggling. I'm giving you 25,000 because I'm giving you 25,000. Every 4 months, you got 100 grand. She said that ain't enough. That ain't enough. You getting 400 grand a year. 300 grand a year. What is it? 25 times 4 is 12 months. 4 times 3 is 12. So you getting, 300 grand a year. He was giving you 300 grand a year. 4 years, you had over $1 million. And he was 11. So in 4 years, he would have been 15. You would have had $1 million. And another 4 years, you'd have been 19. You'd have had $2 million. And then in 19, then he had 2 more years to go. You'd have got $500,000. So you would have came on better taking the 25 and being greedy. Made him go to court. The judge said, nah, 50, not 25. That's too much. Just give us 67. All right, judge. Here, take it all for 10 years. Paid in full.
Back into court for that, he would have. We don't
Right.
talk about the average person who doesn't have the money.
Yeah, when you I mean, it's a fire. You said it was a fight right after the fight. Y'all
No,
got in
it
a
was
fight.
before the
There
fire.
was a fight. There was a fight, and then there was a fight, and then y'all went to court, and you sued him for $50 million. When was this?
When I sued, okay, we jump from topic to topic. So, okay, I'm gonna stick with this one. I'll
Okay.
finish what.
While she want to stick with this one, I'm going to come back to it. She can stick to that one. I'm going to get to her suing 50 for $50 million. And this was 2009, probably the year after the court order where he gave her the $6,700 a year and paid it in full. So this is probably like a year later, right? So as y'all can see, the judge has thrown out a $50 million lawsuit filed by 50 Cent's ex-girlfriend who said the rapper promised to take care of her for life. That is your claim? Man, we say a lot of shit in the bedroom. Man, State Court, Supreme Court Justice Carol Edmonds dismissed Shaniqua Tompkins' claims to have the rapper's assets. She wanted half his assets? The judge said 50 Cent's financial worth is set at no less than $50 million. The judge said she doubted an oral agreement for Tompkins' lifetime support existed. It is incredible that 2 then unemployed, penniless 20-year-olds would make such an oral contract, she wrote. So she's saying that Hey, yo, she said at 21, when neither one of them had money, 50 wasn't even a big artist, that he told her this, yo, I'm gonna take care of you for the rest of my life. Like puppy love talk. And she took him to court for that. Marquise, you better go apologize to your father, nigga. You've been manipulated, allegedly. God damn it. You've been hoodwinked, allegedly. Brother, oh, brother. Brother, you was a meal ticket, allegedly. Nigga, if 50 would have got custody, she wouldn't have got nothing. Yo, she is a, yo, man. Manhattan State Supreme Court. Justice Carol Edmond dismissed Shaniqua Tompkins claims to half the rapper's assets. She wanted half his money, my nigga, and wasn't married to him. The judge said 50 Cent's financial worth is set at no less than $50 million. The judge said she doubted an oral agreement for Tompkins' lifetime support existed. It is incredible that two then unemployed, penniless 20-year-olds would make such an oral contract, she wrote. The judge said that even if it were true that the two made an oral agreement for Tompkins' lifetime support, her breach of contract claim, which is actually a claim for preliminary, was barred by the 6-year statute of limitations. Hold on, let me look up this word because I don't know what that means.
Palimony.
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 Palimony means compensation made by one member of an unmarried couple to the other after separation. That's even a thing?
Palimony. Palimony.
Palimony. Compensation made by one member of an unmarried couple to the other after separation. I've never heard of this. Palimony versus alimony. Alimony and palimony are similar, but alimony is a court-ordered payment that a spouse pays another spouse as a part of a divorce settlement, whereas palimony is basically alimony that's paid to a cohabiting partner when the relationship ends. Oh, hell no. California law doesn't require that two partners live together for any specific length of time to qualify for palimony. However, it can be difficult to win palimony case if you don't live with your partner before separating. So you telling me she wanted palimony? Let's see if palimony law in New York State. Does New York recognize palimony? New York has empathetically rejected palimony and will not recognize any claims for palimony. There is no implied contract between unmarried couples living together. And she tried this in New York? You can't even, there ain't even no law in New York. New York does not recognize common law marriages. Even if you have been living together for over 10 years or several decades, You do not have the same rights as a legal married couple. Even having children using identical surnames and living together will not qualify for a common law marriage. Man, that was a shot in the dark. She was definitely reaching with that one. The judge says she doubted that an oral agreement for Tompkins' lifetime support existed. It is incredible. I have read that part. The judge said that even if it were true that the two made an oral agreement for Tompkins' lifetime support, her breach of contract claim, which is actually a claim for palimony, which was barred by the 6-year statute of limitations. She said the couple's story was an unfortunate tale of a love relationship going sour. She also noted Tompkins will receive about $6,700 a month for years to come to take care of her son by 50 Cent, 12-year-old Marquise. So he was 12 when she tried to sue at that time. Man, listen. The rapper's lawyer, Brent Kimmel, said he was happy with the Wednesday ruling. Ms. Tompkins' claim pertaining to a $50 million verbal contract were entirely frivolous. Kimmel said, "This is a complete and total victory for 50. A statement from 50 Cent said, "I'm very thankful for this decision. I knew that once the facts were heard, that justice would prevail." And then he probably went to Instagram and said something way more derogatory. It probably wasn't Instagram back then. But yeah. Yo, she sued him for $50 million because he said he'd take care of her for the rest of her life. Well, she got that child support, that money out of that child support money did her good for 10 years. Because Marquise swear that shit wasn't enough money. And they was living in Atlanta. Oh, baby. Nigga, in Atlanta, 1,500, they was covered for everything back then. Everything. Groceries, rent, cable. And then another G was the fucking car and the insurance. 2,500 took care of them bills back in Atlanta back then. Shit, it could do it now.
He did not. He did it the first couple times while we in court. This is a PR stunt. And then after that, he no calls, no contact. He didn't keep up with his.
And so you never took the child away from him. You never even though y'all got in a fight.
By law, I couldn't. If he wanted to drag me back into court for that, he would have. We don't talk about the average person who doesn't have the money. I mean, it's a fire. You said it was a fight right after the fight. Y'all got in a fight.
Before the fight.
There was a fight. There was a fight, and then there was a fight, and then y'all went to court. And you sued him for $50 million. When was this?
When I sued, okay, we jump from topic to topic. So, okay, I'm going to stick with this one after we finish with that. When I moved to Georgia, when he did call Marquise, I would go beyond the scope of visitation. And when he called me, he would give me at least 2 days. He would call me, "I'm here." Once he found out I was there, no problem. Where do you want me to meet you at the drop Marquise store? I've never.
Now you heard her say that he would call her and he would have to give her 2 days. This, that, and that. I could have sworn she said that he couldn't call her. Maybe it's in this next part of it. Because he didn't have her number. He had to call Marquise's phone.
So when he came to Atlanta, he did reach out to you to get and see Marquise.
He reached out, he called. He didn't have my number. I wouldn't allow. He wanted the court to have my number. I said no, he can have Marquise's number. We can.
Didn't I just say that? Well, I guess when she's saying he's calling, maybe, I guess he calling Marquise to call. We ain't calling her. Because now he don't have her number. she told the court he can't have her number, but she just said to him, oh, he would call me and we would talk and I would tell him, give me two. All right.
So he did. So when he came to Atlanta, he did reach out to you to get and see
He
Marquise.
reached out to, he called, he didn't have my number. I wouldn't allow, he wanted the court to have my number. I said, no, he can have Marquise's number. We communicate through that.
So,
When he called
okay,
Marquise,
so there was a communication barrier between you guys. I'm see it, all of this plays into the child being readily available and it being because
readily available to the point where I'm going to be on the scope of the the custody agreement. He's supposed to give me notice that he wants to see Marquise. I said no problem. If he calls me the same day, I'm here and I'm in Georgia. I'm in Atlanta. I want to see him. I would readily make Marquise available. Where do you want me to meet you at? And I will meet.
So now the order of protection, I guess, is null and void because now she's willing to meet him. Wherever he wants, she'll go beyond. But before she didn't trust him, she got to meet him at the precinct. Now, sure, wherever you want to see, I'll bring him to you in New York, you in Atlanta, where you at, I'll bring him to you. How you bringing him to him if y'all got to go through the precinct? Man, get out of here, man. I'm done with this. And let me tag 50. Psh, tag team, your turn. I'm done. I ain't got no more to say about it. Fellas, let me tell y'all something. Be very careful who you have a child with. I'm gonna tell you, your girl ain't gonna be your same girl once she had that baby. Once she had that baby, she's gonna become somebody different. Whether it's for the good or the better or the bad or the worse, I don't know. To each his own in every situation. Every situation is going to be different. But I'm going to tell you, fellas, be very selective of the women that you have children with. If you got a hood rat and you know she's a hood rat and she's a project chick and she ain't got no goals, she's not in school, and she just want to be a stripper, or she's just pretty and all the niggas is just taking care of because she's pretty, that is not who you want for your baby mama. You want the girl that you seeing that's a hard worker. Bust her ass, ain't asking a nigga for nothing. Very ambitious. Go out there and get it on her own. She got her own place. She got her own car. She graduates. She got some brains. She's not into rappers. She's not chasing the rappers and concerts. If you find her, I'm not going to say she might not turn over and be a bad seed. I'm saying that it's more than likely that she's not going to be dependent on you for anything. Now, you be there for her. I'm not telling you don't get a woman so you ain't got to do shit. I'm saying you get a woman that's going to get it on her own regardless to you. Because if you find the one that's going to get it and take care of her kids regardless to you, you will just be a bonus to her and she will be a bonus to you. If you have a baby with a girl that's a gold digger and is liking you because you got money, and you was selling drugs in the street and you was wearing jewelry and buying cars as a young nigga, and that's why she got with you, you are going to go through hell. I'm telling you. And I'm not talking about 50, I'm talking about my goddamn self. If you meet a girl when you are in the streets and you getting money, she is messing with you because you are about that money. And if she ain't about nothing, she ain't got no job, she just pretty, and niggas that you always see her jumping out of hot cars and she got the latest bag and the dopest outfit, but she don't got a job, you do not want to get this mother effer pregnant. I'm telling you, I don't care how good she look. She's a kept mother effer. She's a trophy wife. She don't want to work. She gonna feel like because she gave you vagina that you got to take care of her. Y'all fellas, when a woman tell you the coochie ain't free, you let them know. Neither is the goddamn penis. The penis is more valuable than the coochie. She can't have no baby without you. Your sperm can get her $6,700 a month for 18, 21 years. Her pussy can't get that for you. The stuff that come out in your penis can make her can be able to live a lifestyle depending on who you are and what type of bank account you got. Your sperm can set her for the rest of her life where she ain't got to work. And how many Amber Roses we seen out here? Black Chinas? Fellas, penis is not free. Don't never let a chick tell you vagina ain't free. Your dick is more valuable than her vagina. Trust me when I'm telling you. She cannot make no babies without you. You see what they do to us for a baby? They will take a baby. You think a baby? You give them a baby is better than a Birkin. A baby's better than a Benz. A baby's better than any goddamn baby doll they had all their goddamn life. Ain't nothing a woman ever can have in life better than a goddamn baby. A motherfucking child. They won't cherish nothing unless you got a chick that don't care about kids. But there's nothing in life more precious to a woman than a mother effing baby. Trust me. Ask a lady, who you love more? Your Louis Vuitton bag or your baby? Your child, your daughter, your son, your twins, your triplets. Ask them. Who you love better more? Your home or your child? If you find a woman and say her bag or purse or any materialistic thing other than her child, she hate her kid. I'm telling you. She hate her kid, goddamn it. They will sue you for $50 million because you said, girl, I'm going to take care of you for the rest of your life. Sex talk. So, fellas, man, when next time a girl tell you the vagina ain't free, you tell her, oh, I know. Yeah, you could get paid 21 years for having my child. And see how she look at you. I would have to pay you to take care of your own child. None of these women ever think what they would have did if say 50 after that first get rich job time went so thing. Say his next album was a break. And his career just went bush, done, boom. It's over. What could you sue for? Money change people, man. They bring out the worst in people. They bring out the worst in people. Wait, somebody said that the first baby daddy paid child support. So you mean to tell me she got another kid outside of Marquise? So 50 was paying child support that would have been taking care of two people? Please don't tell me she got a kid older than Marquise. Wait, she got like 3 kids? He's the second baby daddy. She got an older daughter. Oh, so she got another kid too? Maybe that's why they couldn't, that wasn't enough. Because I'm thinking just him and the mother. But he thinking, yo, you know, he's supposed to take care of all of us. And if the other dad was paying child support and 50 was paying child support, you not going to, so that the other dad ain't got no responsibility and helping, man, I'm leaving it alone. I'm leaving it alone. I'm leaving it alone. Because if she was getting $6,700 from 50 and had another child, and if that dad was contributing in any way, that's more than $6,700. And if she rubbed her 2 nickels together, it ain't no telling, you probably getting close to 10 bands a month. Because she could be getting welfare for the other kid. Just because she getting child support for 50 don't mean that she can't be getting welfare. Man. It's crazy how success will ruin your family. Coming being successful definitely will ruin your family. It made people act fucking shit. When I was in the streets, I didn't have child support. I guess she figured I can't get nothing from me. He's a street nigga. But when I became successful, they both ran. That shit is interesting. what success can do. I guess that's why he says it's a gift and a curse, huh? She said 50 raised her daughter as his own. She did an interview, type it in YouTube. I tried to give Cho money, he won't reply. Network, bro. I don't know when you try to give me money or network and I didn't reply. I don't know what you're talking about. Reply where? Fifty other son is gonna inherit all the 50 business. Man, y'all saying so much in the goddamn comments, like in the chat. So I said, I'm not responsible for the other kid. But you gotta think, if she had a kid and 50 had a baby, well, the other kid was there. So the other kid probably was like 50 kid. You know, he probably was, you know, if he accepted her with a baby, he probably was taking care of that kid too. Even if it was just emotional support. Man, hopefully this all will sit in Marquis' head as he get older, because he's still young. He's still young. And he hasn't had no experience as a father yet to understand what we trying to tell him. But I think before it's all said and done, that he gonna turn around and apologize to 50 for the disrespect, and he gonna try to mend his relationship. Because I think even though his mom has strong influence on him, it's nothing like the world telling you some shit. And right now he got the whole world pulling his coat. And if he ignores all these people all over the world, majority telling him the same thing, that he wouldn't listen from his father, and with all of the interviews and everything that just came out, if he still believes that $6,700 wasn't not enough money living in Atlanta, not New York. That was just 1 year, buddy, just 1 year. You lived in Atlanta for 60. We said, oh boy. I wish I had somebody from Atlanta to come in here right now and tell you, brother, oh, you was balling. You was balling. And remember, $6,700 is support for you. For you. Not the household, for you. But you'll learn that later on when you have a kid. $6,700 in Atlanta. Somebody said he want to do a celebrity boxing match with you. Now he could do one with his pops. Don't do one with me. Do one with your pops. All that disrespect. I'm in Atlanta. He most definitely was well off. niggas want to fight. Fuck it. That shit is hilarious. Yeah, so $6,700 in Atlanta is not enough. Joe, no joke. I ain't got no more to say after that. $6,700 in Atlanta.
Stay the hell. Don't follow those cats. The niggas that be on the gram. Tell Bobo what they doing. Choke, no joke. You know what it is. Yo, y'all niggas better stay DL. Down low. Stop flossing, man. You just want them to just come and get you.
JB, good looking, JB.
Man. That's what this is about. Learn from mistakes. Choke, no joke. Let's go. You already know. Make it low. Let's go. My aim was enlightened. Drop jewels on you. You thinking I'm jealous? I ain't got cheddar like you. I'm the dude to a game. You got school. Was a local cat, snatch you when I made moves. I'm paranoid and preaching. You was sleeping. Knew you was sneak deep and couldn't see us beefing. Learn from mistake. Don't show I got cake. Impress a nigga to rob me. Bitch in my face. Get knocked by the feds. Lay up for about 8. Ass so busy flossing, ain't thinking about Jake. Loose, yapping, they wiretapping, videotaping, your ways in action. Front like time's hard, two-door garage, ice like Liberage, with no damn job, without a reasonable doubt. You think you Jay-Z with your platinum jewelry, he got a job, B. You shining on doctors with 4 degrees, laughing cause I'm broke on the streets. Stay DL, BDL and Sal. You ain't DL when your name ring bells. Stay DL, BDL and Sal. You ain't DL when your name ring bells. Stay DL, BDL and Sal. You ain't DL when your name ring bells. Shh, let's go. For beef, we not dolo. For cash, you go solo. Thought I was your man, shot me down like Manolo. Thought I was your partner when you played me was whack. No niggas dust that I wouldn't flip like that. What gives? See your man struggle while you live? That's some shit. Struggling, give you the kicks. Used to stick for gooses. Warm when we pump deuces. Break night in the jacks, trying to see millions like Brewster. You don't act like you used to. I'm the dude. When niggas was friends, you was like, yo, Joe, come through. I wet you like McLean for those who claim to be pain. The game of death, that's what you get when got game. Ill with automatics, we're never static. You carry that niggas, put one in your cabbage. Fear, don't have it, you fill me with laughter. In OGSC, then I'm original gun clapper. Like Dan get dapper, see a mill be Casper. Like Dre the doctor, the math from after. Stay DL, BDL and Sal. You ain't DL when your name ring bells. Stay DL, BDL and Sal. You ain't DL when your name ring bells. Stay DL, BDL and Sal. You ain't DL when your name ring bells. Nigga, y'all loud, louder than the weed, nigga. Thinking with your pockets, cop the ice locket. She somewhere in Houston, you blew like a rocket. Her seed was bait, through the line she caught it. Gave her all that loot, she couldn't afford it. Frontin' to them bitches, y'all, I'm failing hell. Blue puff in your face, daddy, all about Benjamin. Remember me, I'm your friend to the end. Like Chucky, used to slave bitches like Buffy. Thinking why they cuff me, think of the luxuries you had. In the cell with other willies, you brag. I push the big Benz with 20-year trims. Went in the club, Chris for all my men. Sitting across the bar, what's up, star? Back to reality, you back in bars. You chose not to listen, had the H-class glitz. Knew the rules of the game, played yourself out position. Stay DL, BDL and Sal. You ain't DL when your name ring bells. Stay DL, BDL and Sal. You ain't DL when your name ring bells. Stay DL, BDL and Sal. You ain't DL when your name ring bells.
Yo, son, yo. Son, that son is me, yo.
I see.
You ain't noticed me, yo.
I see,
all this
man.
diamonds and stuff, yo.
How can I
Fat
not?
diamond ring I got, yo. Yo, what you talking about, yo?
Yo,
These diamonds, yo. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I got $35,000 on me right now.
Oh my God.
Nigga, I can show you the money right now. I can show you the money.
No, you ain't gonna show me nothing,
I can show you
man.
my gun, yo.
What?
Yo,
Oh my God.
The gun, yo. What's up, man? What's the matter with you?
Put that shit away.
Yo, you acting like you scared of something, nigga, yo.
Yo,
Take my
stay
shit out, bust
DL,
it way
man.
down, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Stay DL. Check it out. Choke no joke. Learn from mistakes. DJ S&S the great. It ain't no telling you be a first time felon. No telling when you be a first time felon. It ain't no telling you be a first time felon. No telling when you be a first time felon. Best day of my life, no sleep all night. Broke day for weeks, my cash was right. My capo tight, take our loot, unite. 23-hour shifts had us elude like Mike. Cash lovely, yeah, Dougie. How could this day get so ugly? Wifey bout to pop like some bubbly. Yo, through those 9 months, you really bug me. Felt like a star, cop first car. Get up with the guard, what it is, baby paw. You're about to cop a van, get up with our mans. Before we reached our low spot, toes blam. Unaware what happened, discussing the clapping. It wasn't loud, ain't shit gonna happen. Me being stupid instead of getting it moving. This nigga kept chefing like the woo one. Then we heard a knock, no one knew of this spot. 6 niggas in the spot, 6 niggas not. Ain't no telling you be a first time felon. No telling when you be a first time felon. It ain't no telling you be a first time felon. No telling when you be a first time felon. It ain't no telling you be a first time felon. No telling when you be a first time felon. I'm in the precinct all damn even. This good cop, bad cop shit got me steaming. No, I was caught, I ain't give a fuck. Had jokes like the usual suspects line up. Book times up, came back fuck. Shirt wrinkled up, my pigs roughed me up. Time's up, heard them clink of the cuffs. Niggas was so deep they had to call on the bus. Everybody that checks outside waiting on us like ghetto celebs. Our cells ain't plush. 5 in the book and gave a whooping. He never forget, they gotta be split. Up in the courtroom, they cause it ruckus. Everybody in the jacks waiting on us. Try to bail us out, that thought got thrown out. Bill one so high, I couldn't bear half a nigga out. Copped out, that's what first fell in the bow. Back on the bus, Rikers the row. Wifey in the courtroom crying out. We love y'all with tears running in their mouth. It ain't no telling you be a first time felon. No telling when you be a first time felon. It ain't no telling you be a first time felon. No telling when you be a first time felon. Choke no joke, learn from mistakes. Keep chasing that paper, you gonna catch a case. DJ S&S the great.